In this video, I'll be going over how I book 2 to 4 meetings per day using LinkedIn for my agency. And this method's actually works so well to the point where we've actually turned off outreach completely. One, because we only take on, a select few clients every single month. It's a pretty exclusive program. But two, because using one of the methods that I talk about in this video, we just have so many people coming to us without reaching out to them that we don't need the actual outreach. So hopefully by the end of this video, I'll be giving you the exact same information that you need to be able to achieve the exact same problems that I'm facing right now. If you don't know who I am, my name's Welby. I'm the founder of ETL Digital. We partner with established marketing agencies to help them build out client acquisition machines and scale up incredibly fast. So the first thing that I had to have in place was an optimized profile. Now, the thing I always talk about is that perception is reality. So to give a pretty strange example, if a billionaire was dressed as a homeless man, right? He's wearing broken clothes, didn't shower, all of that. You would think he's homeless, right? Even though he's a billionaire, even though he's probably done so much in his career, he's achieved so much, he has so much money, but the way he looks dictates the way you think of him and probably dictates the way people will treat him as well. Right? That's just how the world is. So in life, it's not like we're walking around with a constant scoreboard over our heads saying how much money we've made, how many clients we've helped, how many case studies we have. Right? We don't have that. So the only thing that we have is our perception, right? The way we look to the world. And the best part is, or the worst part, is that we control our perception. We control how we look. So if people are going to judge you inevitably, then it would be in both of our best interests to take control of our perception and use it to your advantage. So this goes both ways, and I really want to nail this point because it's incredibly important. So let's say, for example, you get a DM on Instagram and it's from, Drake or Kylie Jenner, right? They could say the most random thing. They could say the most boring message, like, hey, with no context. They could put a thumbs down emoji. You'd still reply because of the person that sent it, right? They could send anything they wanted, but because of who they are, you're gonna reply. So fundamentally, we can understand that the messenger is more important than the message. So when I see all of these people in the agency space on YouTube as well, obsessing over the outreach message, and even though it's very important, and I have tons of videos on that, what's more important is your perception. So you could send the best outreach message ever, but if you look like you don't know what you're doing or you look like a scammer, people aren't going to reply. So the lesson that we can get from this is that how you look is more important than what you say. So what I'm going to be doing is in the first comment, I'm going to link a profile optimization checklist, or I'm going to link the resources section where you'll get access to that and some other things as well. But in there, there'll be a profile optimization checklist, and it's completely step by step. And so if you follow that checklist step by step, it's going to turn your LinkedIn from, a terrible, unoptimized profile to extremely optimized and position you as an expert in your industry. Right, so the second thing that I had to have in place to be able to book 2 to 4 meetings every single day using LinkedIn is content. So to give a very quick story, before I started posting content on LinkedIn, I would get onto sales calls because, I was good at outreach. I could get them onto calls. But when they did get onto calls, they didn't know me and they didn't trust me. So most of the call was spent explaining who I am firstly and reminding them of why they got onto the call in the first place. And that took up so much of the time that we didn't even have enough time to actually talk about, the value that we'd provide, the actual service. And during that time, I thought I was terrible at sales. But the reality is that it wasn't a sales problem, it was a marketing problem. So I immediately started posting content, right? Every single day on LinkedIn, I provide value. I'd provide a tip that I learned from doing the actual work, from insights that I've learned from running the actual campaigns, and people found it incredibly, incredibly valuable. So people started following me, they started engaging, and really they started getting value and trusting me. So when I would reach out to people, they'd already like me and trust me. So they'd be happy to get onto calls. And besides that, people would just get onto calls without me even reaching out to them. So when they were on the calls, because they already knew me, because they already liked me and trust me and got value from me, they were ready to buy. They were ready to sign up before they even got onto the call. And that's really the state where you want to be, right? You don't want to be convincing them why they should be on the call, why they should trust you. They should just get on and be ready to buy. And that's the best situation to be in because it's incredibly easy. So if you're looking to book meetings from LinkedIn, I would definitely recommend posting content, and I'd honestly do it every single day. It can be incredibly quick. It doesn't have to be a 20-minute long YouTube video, just something that you've learned. And the key point that I've really learned through doing this is that the goal should not be to try and sound smart or to try and sound impressive. It's just to be helpful. So only speak on things that you've actually done. Because I see this all the time on LinkedIn, and people ask me like, why aren't they getting, engagement? Why aren't they getting followers? Because they're talking about things they haven't even done, right? I only speak about growing agencies, booking meetings, signing clients, sales, and some systems. But beyond that, I don't even touch it. I don't talk about investing in billion-dollar companies. I don't talk about billionaire morning routines because I'm not a billionaire yet. So make that your goal when first starting out, just to be helpful and to do it every single day. And I promise you, you will build trust, you will build an audience, and it will pay off incredibly well. The third component of being able to book 2 to 4 meetings per day on LinkedIn is an outreach system. So of course, you can definitely get attention from people and have them book in automatically inbound, but that takes time to build up. It takes time to build the trust and actually build the audience. So what you need is a method to get in contact with people quickly and a way to stand out. So when I did it, my outreach method was incredibly simple, and I think that's one of the reasons why I actually stuck to it, because it is really easy to follow. So what I did was I used a software like Expandy, like Leah or Walaxy, and this would send out connections to my ideal prospects every single day. So, I'd get 10 to 30 new connections with my ideal prospects every day, and I was able to reach out to them. So I'm not going to go into detail on how to use the actual tool. If you want me to do that, I can make another video, but it's really simple. You just put in the filters that you want. It'll go out and search and send connections to your ideal prospects. And then what you want to do is reach out to them. So most people are terrible at reaching out and they have no idea what to say. So what I'm going to do is just give you exactly what I used. And I've refrained from telling people this method because it's worked so well in the past that, I didn't give it out, but I thought, I might as well just give everything away. So what I did was I would send voice notes. I would send 20 voice notes every single day because that's the maximum you can send. If there was a higher maximum, I'd be sending that amount. But I'd send 20 voice notes per day. And basically the voice notes were incredibly simple. It was just introducing myself. And now that I think about it, I'll link the voice note script in the resources section as well, because it'll be much easier for you to actually get it that way. But to give a quick overview, if you're not going to check the resources, it would go something like this. Hey Nem, hope you're doing great. It's great to be connected. And the last thing I want to do is start making a pitch without your permission. So if you're open to adding an extra $50,000 to $100,000 per month to your agency within around 6 to 9 months, I'd be happy to send over some more information on exactly how I think we can make it happen for you. Would this be okay? And that's literally it. You don't want to overcomplicate it. You just want to keep it super simple, super straight to the point. If they like the message and they like your profile, because that's very important too, if they like that, they'll reply and then you can go from there. So make sure you track the prospects you actually reach out to. I'd put them in like a spreadsheet or a CRM, and then I'd also track the amount of messages I sent, the amount of positive responses that I get, and the amount of bookings that I get, just so that you can actually use the data. Once you send enough, you can optimize and improve over time. So if you run an established marketing agency and you'd be open to adding an extra 50 to 100,000 a month within around 6 to 9 months, there'll be a link below. You can just check that out and book a time with me or someone else on the team to walk you through how we can do that for you. Besides that, if you want more videos on how to book meetings, sign clients, and scale your marketing agency, I'll link 2 of my best ones here.